very little importance as far as patient care, life or death, short term. But here's the reality. It's your job. It's why I pay you to come in and take care of patients. It's to understand some of the concepts and to give them the appropriate amount of humility. And so there's stuff such as you guys saw, there are different delivery devices to deliver humidity. And when I talk about humidity, in your
This lesson will introduce the learner to concepts relating to humidification therapy.
When I talk about humidity, I want you to also think about temperature, right? Do I need to give humidity? Do I need it to be cold or do I need it to be warm, right? Every time I talk about that, I want you guys to think about all three of those things. So come on over here, let's play a little bit. We've got a nebulizer and we have an aerosol. So there is a difference between an aerosol and a nebulizer. All right, so there is what we call an APN, all-purpose nebulizer. Open it up, please. Open that up. Oh, boy. And so this is one of the most common high-flow humidity and oxygen delivery device. When I say high flow, what am I talking about? High flow. Meets the patient's demand. Yes, inspiratory and ventilatory demands. And so with that, we have basically 5 components, right? We have the Venturi effect at the top. So everybody take a look really close. Hold this up, please. And you will see that you will have exactly like the air entrainment mask, you have a flow and you have a FiO2. Go ahead and turn the dial and you will see the lower the FiO2, the larger the opening, and so the more the oxygen, or the more the air entrainment. God, I screwed that up. The more the air entrainment. Flip it all the way back to 10 liters and the 98%, and you will see that the hole completely closes, right? Fairly simple concept. You guys should totally own that by now. And so let's go set it up on the wall unit. Okay, so this is a Christmas tree. Oh, you guys, you gotta love regulatory companies. So these are not labeled multi-use between patients. These are labeled single use. They're not labeled, I'm sorry, they're not labeled. And so because they're not labeled multi-use, we can't use them in between patients. That just came out the last like 4 months. Now, we have used these between patients forever. We've used this between patients forever. The Christmas tree is what I'm talking about. And so right now, what we're supposed to do is throw these away in between the patients. Now, we don't have a really good answer for this now, and so we will continue to strive to find something. A lot of the manufacturers now have added adapters. The adapters they look like the Christmas trees, right? They have an opening that's exactly like that. And so in general, we're talking about going to a universal adapter that can either work with a Christmas tree or without. Okay, that is total side note. Let's talk about AP nebs right now. So with the AP neb, you have your Venturi system. So let's go ahead and hook that up to the wall unit. Dial it in. Let's do 50% FiO2. Thank you very much.
I don't know how to do it.
What's that? So it's going to be about right there. Thank you. Make sense? So it's between 40 and 60, 50%. And then I'm going to turn it to white. And we do from there, right? All right, so everybody go up there and see how that is 50% being delivered to the patient.
Can you see?
And so what I would want to make sure that you understand is the flow meter that it's in, as well as the air entrainment device.
Oh, okay.
Right? So now the question is do we need heat or cool humidity? When do we use heat and humidity? Upper airways bypass. Example, tracheostomy, or if we're using a T-tube. Remember the T-tube part on your test? So let's talk about, let's do, just because I want to have the whole thing up there, let's talk about doing T-tube with our patient. And so Bailey, go ahead and hook up the heater. It just screws on there. And so now you have heated humidity. So just put it up there and then spin it around. Perfect.
How's it supposed to?
Yep.
Probably easier to do that before you put it.
Absolutely it is. But I don't care. I'm making life challenging for her.
Does it hang? It's pretty heavy.
It does. It is. You're correct. And then, Steph, if you would add the water bottle, so let's put the water bottle underneath there.
Here, let me go.
And so, when you screw the water bottle on, it punctures the top of it. The problem is when you put the tubing in there, when you puncture it, you actually have to twist it. There is sometimes, rarely, but it does happen when you punch the bottle and it does not go all the way through the plastic. So are you on there?
Yeah.
Good. Now take this is one of those infection control moments, right? So you see the cap? Okay, so pull the cap off, but do not touch that, and do not touch the square peg that's on the water bottle. And so now just push it in, twist it, good, and then perfect. You guys see the water dropping down, and you guys see the humidity. Okay, so is that heated humidity? Trick question. Trick question.
It's not.
Not yet. Thank you very much. Humble apologies. I set you guys up for that one. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Everybody put your hand over it. Just feel it for a second. It actually comes out cool. So touch the cool humidity, right?
Oh.
Hey, Bailey, put your hand up. There you go. You feel that?
Yeah, it's cold.
Fatima, go touch that. Feel it.
Cold.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yes, please. Perfect. And then in a couple seconds, we'll end up having heated humidity. All right, Brandon, go ahead and put your oxygen tubing up.
All right, does this hook on?
It does.
Right
Yes,
here?
sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Snug enough?
Perfect. Whatever, just push it on there.
Okay.
All right, here's where you don't need this for a test, but right there, what you're going to want to have is a green bag for the condensation. So the gravity-dependent point of the tubing is the closest to the ground, and so the closest to the ground, you're going to put a drain bag. And then, Richard, if you would, whatever your oxygen interface is, you're going to put it on the end of that. So you could put, remember all those masks that I showed you? You can put a simple face mask, and that's what almost everybody's going to have. You can put a T-piece, and that's the contraption I showed you, that's just a T-piece for the intubation.
Spicy. A little warm. Spicy. Yeah. Spicy.
You can
finally
put a
warm?
trach mask. You could put a face shield. Now, a face shield is not something that we've talked about, but it's a very simple concept. It is literally a shield like this. Everybody look over here, right? It's a shield that just fits right here. And this part is open. It's for patients that have had trauma or surgery to their face. Face shield. Now, with that one, you're going to be you would be delivering cool humidity, obviously not warm humidity. Okay, everybody see how this is? So, is this a nebulizer or an aerosol generator?
Aerosol.
Let's go to the other one.
Nebulizer.
Nebulizer. Thank you very much.
Good test.
So, this one, unfortunately, is a nebulizer. So, an aerosol generator is what we use for medication. So, Danielle, if you would, grab the airflow meter, and we'll make believe that this is oxygen. And let's go ahead and hook it up to the wall. And does anybody see another Christmas tree? Oh, where's the Christmas tree that I had? Okay, so Danielle, if you put the Christmas tree on, I appreciate it.
I want it back.
turn this off.
Sure. Okay, so sort of grab the little acorn nebulizer, which is next to the head, and this acorn, the other one, which is the little thing, and this is an aerosol nebula.
Generator. You said. If this is happening. God, you.
Oh,
Don't forget the book.
What did you tell me?
Aerosol generator?
That's what I
That's
said.
what you said. This is a nebulizer. This is an aerosol generator. Is that wrong?
Could you just flunk me today? Wow. Okay, so this is a nebulizer. This is an aerosol generator.
I was right.
Hold on. Come on. Oh dear, you guys, it's a painful day. All right, so let's do a nebulizer now. So all we need with the acorn nebulizer now is oxygen tubing, and the tubing is
Right here.
perfect. Thank you. If you would put that on the bottom. Excellent. To your flow meter. And so let me steal that from you for a second because I'm going to go make believe. So we'll put the medication in the acorn nebulizer.
That's how you can do it. Good handle. Whiskey.
Oh my god.
Terrible way to go. Heated whiskey.
Okay, who said whiskey?
Is that what we're supposed to ask Mike? How we're supposed to?
Yeah, that's what
You're
Mike said.
killing me.
This would be how you would do it, right? If you're going to.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
yeah, that would be.
Our old medical director was one that told us about the how to use that. We turn that one on, please. Thank you. Open the door.
Okay.
Yeah, and then sorry. Go. Could you just turn that on? And is there a
Just point.
flip the button
Little
on the air
light.
compressor?
There's like a flippy switch on the top.
The thingamerdog.
switch.
Flippy flop. Oh gosh, sorry, I don't know.
No worries.
Yeah, that's on the flippy flop.
In my make believe.
Was
In
so
my
happy someone
switch.
heard that.
The white switch.
All right,
Set it on.
You know what? Don't worry about it, you guys. We're gonna use this. Okay, so we'll use this one. It's fine. So this one, the nebulizer, gives a very fine particle, and that's how you're going to deliver your aerosolized medication. And so in Cheryl's class, she has already talked to you about, I assume, aerosolized medication, including albuterol, Atrovent, maybe Atrovent is ipratropium. Thank you very much. Maybe Pulmozyme, maybe pentamidine. Some of them aerosolized medications. This is, in general, the type of device you're going to use. Now, note how this is a continuous nebulizer, meaning it always nebulizes. There are now breath-actuated nebulizers that every time you take a breath in, it gives you the medication, thereby not wasting some medication. Nebulizer, aerosolized device. All right. Questions about this stuff? Good. Let's go back and let's talk about humidity therapy. All right. So, as we're sitting down, I would want to know the difference when to use heated humidity. I would want to know when to use heated humidity. And the second thing is the difference between an aerosol and a nebulizer. Nebulizer is usually used for medication. Aerosol is for humidification. Okay, we talked about absolute humidity. Okay, I'll wait for you guys to write that down.
So the difference between
Aerosol and
nebulizer.
nebulizer.
Sorry, I was trying to. It's okay.
Just to be clear, use heated when bypassing the upper airways and then cooled when administering just to a breathing patient.
That's exactly right. Yes. All right, so tell me what, we talked about this last week, what is absolute humidity? 100%, okay, but what is absolute by definition?
No, water vapor present in volume.
I can absolutely tell you that that much water is in the air. That is absolute humidity. So I can absolutely tell you how much is in there. Versus relative humidity,
That's a
remind me what
ratio.
relative humidity is.
It's a
This is the
ratio.
important one. It is a ratio of
Water vapor
How-
present in the air.
water vapor present in the air compared to
Maximum
how much you really would like to have,
amount of air.
your total amount that you would like to have. So relative humidity and absolute humidity, two different things. The inhalation of cold, dry gas